Well, hey there. Welcome back to another episode of Given Name. Today, we have a super special guest. I can't wait for this conversation. So, she was born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri. Her family came to St. Louis from Mississippi and Tennessee in search of work. She has a 21-year-old daughter she birthed, Kendall, and a 22-year-old son by love, Jay Sean. She is a professional stand up comedian performing under the name KB. She hosts an open mic weekly called The Prelude, where artists all over practice their art. For more information, follow her on IG at KB Jokes. That's KAYBEE Jokes, all one word. Okay, so without further ado, hi.
Hello, my name is Kennimarie.
Yes, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Um, okay, so I'm going to ask you some demographic questions just to get to know you a bit. And then I will ask you one random question, and then we're going to get into your name.
Okay.
Okay, so what age? Oh, sorry, one. First, can you spell your name for the audio listeners?
It's KENNIMARIE, all one word, no space, no hyphen, no capital M.
Yes, just what she said. What is your age?
I'm 44.
Are you you're a Gen X? Okay. How do you identify racially?
I'm Black.
Me too. How do you identify gender-wise?
She, her.
Hometown is St. Louis, Missouri. Your parents' hometown?
St. Louis, Missouri.
And so that would make your current town
St. Louis, Missouri.
Yes. Highest level of education?
I have 2 master's degrees.
Ooh, in what? They're right behind you.
Yeah, media communications and management.
Ooh.
And my BS is in communications.
Okay. This is fun. And your level of spirituality on a scale of religious, spiritual, atheist, or non-believer?
I love God.
You don't love God?
I love God. Yeah,
Okay.
I love God. That would be the best answer. I love God.
Okay. Got it. All right. Random question. Are you ready?
Yes.
What's your favorite meal type? So like breakfast, brunch, lunch, dinner, dessert. What's your favorite?
I like brunch because I can get a little of this and a little of that. I can get my breakfasty stuff, but I can get my savory
Yes.
stuff too.
Do you like breakfast foods?
I do. I don't like breakfast eggs. That's
See,
scrambled eggs over easy eggs. I don't like any of that. Now, I'll eat a hard-boiled egg, but it has to be cold like an Easter egg or I won't eat it.
I love when it's warm. That's so interesting.
I love that for you. No.
Yeah, not for you. I hate when it's cold. So yeah, okay. That's interesting. I think I'm a lunch girl. I don't really like breakfast. So just get me to lunch quicker. If you woke up and it was 1 p.m., would you eat breakfast or lunch?
I probably wouldn't eat because I missed something and I'm panicking.
Oh, okay. There's other problems there.
Yeah, if I wake up at 1 o'clock, so much is wrong in my life right now. Yeah.
You don't sleep in at all. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the big question. Tell me about your name.
So my mother let my father name me Kennimarie. I asked her about it after I agreed to be on this show, and I'm like, where did this even come from? So my father's first name is Kenneth. When he met my mother, she said they were driving in the car one day, and he was like, if we have a baby, I'm going to name her Kennimarie, which happens to be, Marie is my mother's middle name, and it is my grandmother's middle name as well.
His mother's.
My mom's mom. My
Oh, okay.
my
Okay.
maternal grandma and my mom both have a middle name, and his name is Kenneth. So that's how I got 10 letters in my first name.
Why do you say 10 letters like that?
Because it doesn't fit in Scantron or bubble sheets.
Hmm.
Name lines are always really, really short. They asked me to print my name and it won't fit. Yeah. I
Where does
just,
it normally
there's no customized stuff anywhere that has my name on it automatically.
look? Look. Have you ever, do you find a Kenny and a Marie?
I'm just Kenny. I'm never a Marie.
Okay. Pow, pow, pow. All right. All right. Let's talk about it.
I don't like being called Marie. I just
Not
never
even,
have. And
not
I
even
think
Kenny Marie.
Kenny Marie, I don't mind, but most people that call me that, you have known me since I was a little bitty girl, or you don't know me at all
Yes.
because nobody calls me that. People call me Kenny or they call me KB. Nobody calls me Kenny Marie unless I've done something or they don't know me.
That's the thing. Did your parents call you Kenny Marie when you were in trouble?
No, not really.
What did they call you?
Kenny.
Kenny.
Yeah.
So you knew by the tone when you were in trouble.
Yeah. My mama don't play. Even right now at 44,
To
my
this
mama
day.
do not play to
Yeah.
this day.
Shout out to mama. Okay. Were there any other options that your father thought about?
If I was a boy, my name was going to be Justin. There were no other options.
Why not Kenny?
I have a
Interesting.
little brother named Justin too. So, yeah, he was very dead set on what he was naming his children. I know.
Okay. Okay. How does this, well, first of all, are there any other, is this like a passed down tradition that your first child is named after the father's first name or something?
No, my dad just loved himself. Uh, and that's just point blank, period. It's no tradition. There's no nothing. There are no juniors on my dad's side of the family at all. Um, on my mom's side of the family, I think we do have like a few juniors, but that's not really a thing.
No, they're not doing it on purpose. Okay. There's no trilogy, right?
No,
Okay. Interesting. Hmm. I'm still stuck on the fact that he called your brother Justice, but
Justin.
Justin,
Yeah, he
not.
knew when they were talking about me that he wanted to name his boy Justin and his girl Kenny Marie.
Okay. So it wasn't like a legacy thing. It was like a I've already decided thing.
Yeah,
This is
he
what I,
already had his mind made up.
yeah. Okay. Okay. How did you feel about your name growing up?
I didn't like it. People used to make fun of my name and say "Skinny Marinky Dinky Dink, Skinny Marinky Doo." Yeah, no. Also, people
No.
always would call me Tina Marie. I am a fair complected black woman, but the running joke of intentionally saying my name wrong just because
Right.
that's what they want to do. Um, yeah, and it was just a pain. It doesn't fit on anything.
It
Like
does.
most stuff, the E at the end of my name is cut off on most um
That's
large
what
things
it
because
is.
they only give you 9 boxes.
So we got to go to the courts about this. Like this is a problem.
Not really. It's fine.
Does it feel like discrimination?
It doesn't.
Okay. Does it feel like ableism?
It doesn't.
Okay, cool. We ain't got to go nowhere about this. Awesome. So tell me more about why you hated it growing up. Was there anything other than like teasing you?
It just was too much name. Why? 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 But then conversely, my nickname, I got teased for that too. Because Kenny is a boy's name and I am a girl, a woman. So there's like, you a boy. Why you got a boy name?
Were you a tomboy growing up?
Absolutely, still am.
Okay. Okay. Did that bother you?
But that they used to ask, like, why do I have a boy's name?
Yeah.
Not really. It just got tired of explaining.
It's
Like,
annoying.
just leave me alone and call me what I told you to call me, and stop worrying about that other name. Because that,
Exactly. Y'all not doing this to other people. So what's going
yeah,
on?
yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about your name now?
Um, I don't mind going by my full name now. It's kind of like there was this like major shift that kind of happened when I was like 35 or 36. It's like, I'm a big girl now. I'm gonna use my
Yeah.
real name. So it doesn't bother me. It does still bother me when people who are unfamiliar with me call me by my full name
Mm.
because that's very personal.
What do you prefer that they call you?
Kenni or KB.
People that you don't know.
If if you don't know me and you say Kenni Marie, I'll be like, yes, it's me. Feel free to call me Kenni.
Mm-hmm.
Kenni Marie is reserved for people that don't know me or who have known me my whole life.
Ooh, that's pretty exclusive. Okay. All right. Do you see any like joy or creativity in your name? Like, is there a relationship that you have with your father because he named you after him?
Um, I don't know. Me and my dad's relationship was kind of different. My parents divorced when I was 2. My dad kind of lived his life the way he lived his life. But everybody, anytime people would see my name, hear my name, they would automatically know that that is my father.
Mm.
Like there was, if you say Kenni Marie, they're talking about me. So it's like, oh, Kenneth's your dad, or oh, you're Joyce and Kenneth's daughter.
What was the reaction to that? Is it like, oh yeah, they know my dad, or like, yeah, that's me?
I'm like, yeah, that's my dad. Like,
Okay. Any other nicknames that you have outside of Kenny, KB?
family nickname Pinky. They don't really call me that anymore. It's not because I have pink hair, but
Okay,
nobody
I was like, how
nobody
long?
in my family is really this complexion. There used to be this old movie like way back in the day called Pinky and whatever. My godfather calls me that. And my other godfather, when I was little, used to call me Princess Telephone because my last name is Bell.
That's funny.
Yeah.
How clever. Um, that struck me. Okay. Well, so family, that's your family nicknames, and everybody else calls you KB
Hmm.
or Kenny.
Mostly now, I never hear my name. I very rarely hear my name anymore. I always hear KB or K. People do call me K.
K.
Yeah,
Okay. Have you ever heard your name before from someone else? Is there anyone else with your name?
there actually is. Uh,
Really?
yeah, I was in shoe carnival one day. Guy I was dating, we're in shoe carnival. And I hear
Uh-huh.
this man saying, Kenni Marie, Kenni Marie. And I'm like, and the dude I'm with looking at me like, who is this man calling your name? And I'm looking around and I'm walking, I'm like, and Kenni Marie. And I'm like, why do you keep calling my name? He's like, I'm not calling your name. I'm calling my daughter. I'm like, where? And he pointed to her. And I was like, well, how do you spell it? And this man proceeds to hold his arm out and show me my name tattooed on his arm. Freaked me out. Didn't ask any questions.
You did
I,
it?
I was freaked out. That was weird. Like, what is going on? So when I got in the car, I called my mom and I was like, it's a little girl out here. I think at the time she was like 7. And I said, it's a little girl out here that has my name. And she was like, that's probably somebody you know or that you knew or heard your name along the way. Maybe a year later, I got a Facebook friend request from a girl that I went to an alternative school, part of my senior year of high school. And she said, did you used to go to Meet a P? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, I named my daughter after you. I said, I saw Kenni Marie in Shoe Carnival. I was trying to figure out what was going on. So I call her my baby mama. Shout out baby mama for naming your baby after me because we didn't have a close relationship. And I only
That's
went to that school for like a semester. I didn't go there like long. I didn't have a close, I don't have a relationship with her or this child, but she named her daughter after me, spelled the exact same way, everything.
How does that feel?
I guess it's an honor. It was weird initially because I'm like, girl, I don't know you. Why would you do
It's the
that?
tattoo for me, but okay.
Yeah. And then in my mind, I'm like, what does this man encounter in the community
Ooh.
having my name tattooed on his arm? Because it's a very unique name. Either you're talking about me or you're talking about her. Once my name is out there, they know that it's me. There is no
They don't
other
even know her.
adult Kennimarie. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. That's a liability. I'm not gonna lie to you. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. It's still I didn't think about the fact that he's just like running around town with your name on his arm. That man can't do nothing wrong. Nothing.
And we're in like similar age demographics, making it even more complex. Because it's
He
like,
could have been loving on you, Kennimarie.
no, I'm cool. Shouts out to Kennimarie's dad.
Yo, because that's all she is. That's her father.
Yeah,
Nothing to you. That's crazy. Okay. Have you seen other spelling variations of Kennimarie?
absolutely.
Why did you just frown?
People have been misspelling my name my whole life. It was so funny when I logged into this call, that capital M. I was like, like, oh man. That's the reason why I say Kennimarie, no space, no hyphen, all one word, no capital M. Because people,
You just run
they
it down for them. Like,
let's start at the beginning, then we can slow it down. But get your mind on that this is one word. That's the main thing. They want to make it two words.
mhm.
They want to capitalize the M. They want to take out the I and put an A, and then I become Kennimarie. There's a street here called Kenmore Drive. So
Uh-huh.
oftentimes autocorrect, people don't proofread their autocorrect, and I will receive things that they're talking about me, but autocorrect has corrected it to this street here. Um,
And they were done the wiser. They
yeah,
just,
they just
that's
went with
right.
it. Like
Yeah.
KEN, yep, that's her.
Capital
Um,
letter and everything. Yep. Wow.
yeah, people be turning my name up, and I'm like, it's not really that difficult.
One word is all you need to say to me. Is it a Y or I? We're
Yeah,
there. We're
that's
there.
it. That's it. But yeah, they have a grand old time. Take the E off the end, put an A. Then if I'm left off with not having the E and I come up like in some form, it's Kennimarie
Mari.
because the
Kitty
E is
Mari.
gone because there's only 9 slots on the Scantron form.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Did this bother you in school?
It only bothered me. My mother was very insistent. We have a program in St. Louis called the desegregation program. Our schools were not naturally integrated, even though I was born in 1981. And so I was bused to a much more affluent school district.
Okay.
And they would allow you to write your nickname on your paper. And in second grade, my mom came and she was looking at my papers and it said Kenny on the top. And she told the teacher that's not her name. The teacher said, well, that's a nickname. That's a nickname. She was like, no, she needs to be writing out her full name because that is her name. Her name is not Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, my mom was very emphatic that,
She don't play.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was Kennimarie on anything important. I didn't start writing Kenny on things until probably the end of high school, maybe.
How so were you on board with that decision or did you want to be Kenny?
My mother taught school for 45 years. There's no,
Choice.
yeah, there's no, that's, yeah, write it out, the whole thing.
She didn't play. You said that and you meant that.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's really funny is one of the questions that I ask everybody is, have you ever heard your name called out by someone else? Like they weren't looking for you. They were looking for someone and you are the only person to be like, yes, actually. And let me tell you the story. Also, the tattoo still blows my mind. But yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I bumped into him. He worked at one time at like a local grocery store. And I was like, hey, you're Kennimarie's dad. And he looked at me and I was like, I'm Kennimarie.
Do you remember, please?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, who else's name is Kennimarie?
You have to remember that because that's
Yeah.
your daughter's name. Yeah. Um, do you know you said that you don't really talk to the mom at all, like y'all are not friends.
No.
Okay. Well, Kennimarie, when you're old enough, come on the podcast, girl. Do you know what your name means?
That my dad loved himself.
Okay.
Beyond that, because it's not in any baby naming books or anything like that. Like, yeah. My name is covered in my father's love.
This is funny. It says based on the provided search results, Kennimarie refers to a specific individual, which would be your father. But it says Kennimarie Bell, who is listed as a self advocate and member. This is you.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, yeah.
I thought I said meaning. I said Kennimarie meaning. And they said the only meaning is that you're talking about this person that you're talking about.
Yeah. I know. That's why when I saw you post on Threads about this podcast, I was like, oh, I gotta go on there because I know she ain't never heard this before.
No. No. You are the only Kennimarie besides that other Kennimarie, which is new, honestly. So you had it first. How do you this is a lot. Do you think about this?
Yeah, that's the reason why I've always been so particular about people who choose to call me by my full name and they don't know me. Because there's no doubt in anybody's mind that you're directly talking about me. Putting my name on something looks very different than putting Judy's name on something.
Mm.
Like I've had some lady told my friend that I didn't come to an event. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She was like, yeah, so-and-so was working the door and they saw your name on the list and they knew it was only one Kennimarie, so it had to be you and you didn't show up. Excuse me?
What?
That's how serious my name is if it's on something, there is no doubt.
That who's coming? Who's showing up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you remember the story that you told me in the precast?
Which one?
When you saw the Threads post, like the significance of it, because you had just done
Oh,
things.
I recently I was at one time a parent stakeholder for the Missouri Developmental Disabilities Council. I am a full-time caregiver by day for my 21-year-old who has a rare genetic condition called Primrose syndrome. There was very limited representation on the council, and so I went through the process of getting approved by the governor. I was sworn in by the governor, but I had to attest that I would not embarrass the state of Missouri. And all of this work was done under Kennimarie Bell, right? Well, when I started performing stand-up comedy and we started to experience artists on stage having repercussions because they might not necessarily agree with the current administration,
Mm.
I battled a lot with staying on the council. Um, as things have gotten progressively worse with this administration, I knew that I had no choice but to resign from the council to not cause harm to the work being done for persons with developmental disabilities
Mm.
because of something that I said on stage. Because my name it's me. There's nobody else. That was the first thing you pulled up when you Googled was a
I really,
self-advocate.
I thought it was gonna be something deep. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I thought that they were just gonna break down the Kenny and the Marie and then put it together. But no, they said if you typed in Kennimarie with an I, we know who you're talking about. We got it. Here's our website.
Yeah.
Did they replace your position on the council?
I'm not certain. I'm certain that they will because there's certain compliance issues about the makeup of the council and the people that sit on that council that have to be from certain demographics of rural communities, persons of color, certain
Oh,
zip codes, stuff like that. At the time I left the council, I was the only parent stakeholder who was Black on the council at all. So that's the reason I joined the council, because I was the only voice representing what was actually being made available, or information dissemination amongst people in my community.
that feels
And why
heavy.
was and, and why was our experience as Black people so different than our white counterparts who also have children and loved ones with developmental disabilities? So that was really the reason that I joined. They pissed me off one day out here trying to handle stuff with my daughter, and I'm like, there's a form somewhere, there's somebody, there is something. And I went through this very extensive process, and I served on the council for a term and a half, because you can only serve for 2 terms. So my term was, I had like a year and maybe 3 months left in the term that I was currently serving on. But after the Jimmy Kimmel situation, seeing
Mm-hmm.
Stephen Colbert be penalized, yeah, I'm not on that level yet. But because my name is so unique,
Mm-hmm.
um, anything I do could possibly harm the council, and that's not something that I want.
That's very noble of you.
It was time that I could say whatever I want to say on stage. So if I want to talk bad about fat ankles, I can.
That's cankles. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Also, I do believe that man had a stroke. But anyway, how we're just on a side tangent here. How enriching was the work for you? Like, is this what you wanted to do? Do you love comedy more? Is it a different type of love? What was it like, since it's part of your life?
I've been involved in advocacy work by force since I was 15. I used to do HIV and AIDS counseling and testing and outreach. I used to go in the community because my dad tested positive when I was 15. The only thing I knew to do was to get in that world, because I want to support my dad. I want to be there. I want to make sure that I understand what's going on. I want to make sure that people aren't discriminating against my father because it is that he's positive. So most of my advocacy is always because of my own situation. Um, Being on the council was the same thing. Um, there were times when it was rewarding. Oftentimes, I would always be the opposing voice at the
Mm-hmm.
table, asking questions that people didn't think of. Had a conversation with the Missouri Treasurer's Office, and they were saying that, oh, we advertise Mo Able accounts, which if you're a person diagnosed with a disability before the age of 18 in the state of Missouri, you qualify for a Mo Able account. You can put up to a certain dollar amount in there every year and not worry about it impacting your Social Security or your Medicaid benefits.
Okay.
And so I knew about this, but I knew that people who looked like me in my community who needed the most, because sometimes that's the difference in a person qualifying for benefits or not. Because if you put the money in there, it's not counting against you.
Yeah.
So if you make $40,000 a year, if you just allocate $5,000 of that to go somewhere into this account, but you can still use the money,
Yeah.
you reduce your adjustable gross income and therefore qualify for benefits. So I was like, where are you all advertising this? Because in my community, I don't ever see anything about Mo Able accounts. And they said, oh, we put it in the Black Pages. The Black Pages is a very antiquated directory that we used to have that is paper, like a Yellow Pages. The people that need access to that information are not getting a Black Pages. That very few people still do. There was a time where we would run and go get that. So then I challenged them and I said, do you all have demographic information showing what zip codes these accounts are held in, what race, what age of the people are? They had no data, zero data. So
Because it's zero people, or because they do not care?
no, they weren't collecting data because nobody had asked. There was no accountability. Oftentimes in this state stuff, there's limited accountability until somebody makes them accountable. So now they have data showing where it is that these accounts are held, where you're missing these underserved populations of people who need these resources the most. So Usually it's out of frustration. It's rewarding when I have good outcomes, but it's also still very frustrating because the system is so broken and not designed for people to be successful. They want people to be indigent, begging, borrowing, stealing, and sacrificing all. And it should not have to be that way.
No. Bravo to you.
Thank you.
Just on a personal question, does that feel taxing on you? Like having to be the voice in the room to speak for the group that they intentionally left out all the time?
No, it's not taxing only because I gained the understanding that most of my advocacy is not going to help my situation right now.
Yeah.
It's usually going to help the parent that comes behind me because I'm experiencing this problem. We're going to fix this problem because nobody else should have to go through what I went through to complete this simple task.
Yes.
So it's not really a taxing thing. I don't believe that people should suffer unnecessarily.
Which
And
is for some reason a counter opinion. Yeah.
yeah, and I saw unnecessary suffrage amongst people in my community with developmental disabilities being left out of conversations and not at the table and
Mm.
not present and nowhere in the community. And where are persons with developmental disabilities? Because we don't see them in our community. Where are they? What have people done with them? Because I want to know. We used to see people with obvious intellectual disabilities often in the community. You don't really see them in the community as much as you used to.
What do they do with them?
There are some persons that are just at home. Some people work at shelter workshops. Some people go to day programs, and some people are in residential care.
Do you think that this is a I think I just answered my own question. So it is a social and a structural problem. But also, do we blame this on COVID? Did this get worse because of COVID?
Um, it got worse with the administration, not COVID.
Bingo. Okay. Okay.
So
Thank you.
both times that this administration has been at the helm, the challenges became much greater because funding would get cut.
Hmm.
Um, there would be no requirement anymore to make sure that um, equity was a thing. It's like if the council chooses to remain equitable, great. But if they decided, oh no, we don't care what the people in rural communities are doing, we don't care what Black people are doing, we just got this white agenda, then there's nothing that can happen or be done legally at this point because DEI has gone away.
Hmm. Okay, in an effort to bring us back. So you left this work so that you could tell your truth on stage in comedy hilariously.
Yeah. And not have the thought in the back of my mind.
Hmm.
Like a lot of what I did previously professionally, doing stand-up comedy and my legal name being attached to it, it just didn't mesh.
Yeah.
And then because the role on the council was solely volunteer, there was no pay. I'm just an angry mad Black woman going at the state of Missouri. No, this is a volunteer role. 4 times a year, they would put me in a hotel in like Jefferson City for 2 days so that I could go to the meeting. They did fly me to Washington D.C. one time, but yeah, no, this is strictly voluntary work.
I meant to ask you if you were elected. I had no idea.
No, strictly voluntary.
I do admire you
Thank you.
because my God, wow.
That was designating funding for when people When notice of available funding would go out and they would put in their grant applications, then myself and a panel of people who were on the committee that I served on would read every application, fill out a rubric, give pushback. Yeah.
Who else is volunteer on the council?
Nobody that looks like me. That's why I wrestled so much with leaving. Because once I left the council, there was no Black voice at the table.
This is, I think, as a racial structure, this is pretty hard. This is tough. Now I'm trying to solve it in my head, and I know that I'm not. This isn't my task. Okay. Do you curse?
Do I do what?
Do you curse? Like cuss?
Oh yeah, I cuss like a sailor. I just was being polite.
What a clusterfuck. I didn't want to offend you because you know your name, but are you kidding me? And that's so it feels like a lot for you to take on, and you do it so effortlessly because you care.
I have to understand why the system is broken. And I mean, as a person of color, I understand that all of these systems were created to not include persons of color.
Mm-hmm.
This is systemic racism. This is not just surface level somebody being racist. These systems were developed intentionally to be racist. So understanding the system and understanding the why kind of became my charge, because I was having so many challenges getting help from my daughter.
And if we don't do it, nobody else is going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
They're not coming to save us. Wow. Woo. I don't have a transition here. How long have you been in comedy?
I started performing stand-up comedy 4 years ago.
Oh. Is it a relief for you? Do you enjoy it?
I enjoy stand-up comedy, but I really didn't have a choice. It's like I started getting on stage 4 years ago, and I wouldn't stay on stage. I would get on, get off, get on, get off, get on, get off, get drunk, get on stage, get off. I'm celebrating a year of sobriety, right?
Yay, you.
Yeah, me. But when I got laid off in 2023 as a caregiver, and because my daughter has high support needs, no full-time job would accommodate if I need to jump up and leave because she's had a seizure somewhere, or if she has an appointment and I need to be late. No new job is going to do that. I had been on my previous job for 20 years.
Wow.
So the only way I knew to try to figure out how to get money is to get back on stage. So I got back on stage. It's how I keep gas in the car, buy weed when I want to smoke it. Yeah.
I'm so taken aback, and I feel like a bit overwhelmed with emotions because the creativity in which you solve your problems is amazing.
Nobody's coming to save me.
Nobody's coming to save you. So you artistically do what you like, kind of, but more so to pay the bills.
Absolutely. I mean, I enjoy stand-up comedy. I love getting on stage. I love the creative process. I always would prefer to be behind the scenes. I used to produce comedy shows. I used to work the door of comedy shows. I used to support comedians while they were finding their voice. But being on stage just really wasn't my main focus initially. It's kind of like, oh, I could do this behind the scenes. I won't get in any trouble at work. Won't mess up at the council. I'm not on stage saying it. If somebody I work with does, it's fine. But
Mm.
once things took a change in my life, and I kept applying for jobs. Like, I have 3 degrees, I'm qualified, I have worked in corporate finance for 20 years. Most people didn't want to pay me what it is I
Yeah.
previously had been paid. I didn't want to lean on my parents so heavily. My mother is 73. My stepdad is 76. Like, they're older.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Getting her back and forth and transporting, I couldn't depend on anybody else to do that.
Mm.
And I still needed to be able to do that for her. So comedy lets me do that. I can do everything for her in the day. Comedy happens at night most of the time. Bingo, bango.
How big is comedy in St. Louis?
Comedy is big. It's a very interesting mix and mesh of people, because comedy doesn't really have color. Um,
Mm-hmm.
if you do it right, everybody should find it funny. Um, but we have a pretty nice scene. There's somewhere you can see comedy locally every single weekend, Friday, Saturday, usually Sunday. That's not at a comedy club.
Hmm. Do you travel with your comedy?
I have. So I have usually somewhere that a car can get me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's really cool. You've done an amazing job.
thank you.
Okay, again, I have no transition. So, how do you feel when your name is mispronounced or misspelled?
Annoyed. Especially if I've told you.
Yes.
There's this lady that has known me since I was 11 years old that still calls me Kennimarie. That's not my name.
Now tell me, say it one more time.
Kana.
Kana. So
I don't know
Kanna.
how she's spelling it. Kana, Kenny, Kena.
Does she just have a little twang? You know, because some people they got a little British in them and they just, the word. Kana.
Kena Marie. Yeah, it's just like,
You're doing a lot. Kina Marie. You would have to put an A there.
but the only person, like, when I hear somebody say Kena Marie, I know that it's Sister Joni. I know it. That's the only person that calls me that.
Ooh.
Shouts out to Pastor Joni Purnell. But yeah, that's the only person that calls me. That's the only person that calls me that. So when I hear somebody say that, I know immediately who that is.
Is
But
that a good thing?
it does. She's my mom's age. Like, whatever. Old people,
Yeah.
old people be old people.
Yeah. So do you feel a sense of comfort when somebody's like, "Hey, Kenny," do you know who it is? Does it feel like a safe greeting?
Yeah, Kenny is safe. I'm used to everybody in high school. Well, I went to a military high school, so most of the people I went to high school would call me by my last name.
Oh,
So I hear that if I see people from high school, friends, close family, everybody calls me Kenny.
okay. Okay. Do you see your name as creative in the sense of blackness?
Absolutely. My name is very black, um, because it's made up. You made that up, Kenneth. You saw it ain't got no meaning. It's an individual.
Yes.
Me,
I'm
it's
not gonna
me.
get over that.
See,
Yeah.
look, it's me right here. Um, I I've grown to love my name just because it's very unique. But if you don't know me, then there's no reason for you to say Kenni Marie.
Mm.
I've had disagreements with people on the comedy scene about that when they have found out what my name is and they walked up and whispered, "Oh, hey, Kenni Marie. Who told you that? You
Mm.
don't even know her. You don't know Kenni Marie. You don't know her at all. So you never should be calling me Kenni Marie."
So they don't even introduce themselves. They just walk up as if they're already affiliated.
Like, and sometimes it's people I already have known in comedy, but they didn't know my legal name. Because
Oh,
oftentimes in comedy, there's no reason for me to tell them my name. Like
yeah,
me doing this now, I posted it on Facebook and everybody is so excited because I don't talk about my name
yeah.
because you're not going to play with my name because I have one of those kind of names.
You have that kind of name. I feel, is that something in you? Is that like a pillar of your personality that you are so unique that you need to be serious about what's said about you?
I tell jokes. I don't play games, Dr. Shanae.
I got scared. Okay.
Turn you up, Dr. Shanae.
I'm dead. Okay, what? She don't play games. Okay.
I don't play games in real life. I don't play board games. I don't do none of that
Kennimarie don't like games.
on no level.
But jokes. But jokes. Okay. So, do you consider your name unique?
Yes.
Is that a positive word for you?
Yes. It's
Okay.
unique.
What, since you are so preciously careful with your name, what precedes you as your name is spoken? If somebody brings you up in conversation, what do we know?
Oh, that's Kennimarie. You know her? Like my cousin in New Orleans was like some girl said she know me, and my cousin was like, "You don't know Kennimarie?" She was like, "Yes, I do." And she was like, "No, you don't." She was like, "Yes, I do." She went to this high school, da, 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 all the way in New Orleans. Like if you say my name, people usually say I'm a cool person. People be like I'm funny. Some people might say I'm a bitch because I don't play with people.
Because you don't play.
You're
No,
not finna
your
play.
mama play.
You're never finna play with me. Um, yeah, I'm a good time, but most of the time people have positive things to say. I'm well connected as far as my network. My mom kept me in a lot of programs growing up, so I know a lot of people.
Mm,
Um, I've had a lot of experiences. So people be like, Kenny, cool. And then you get that one person that's like, well, she went off on me. And they're like, well, what did you do to
what
her?
did you do? Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you provoke her? Because we know
Yeah.
that's not her. Yeah. Okay. What do you want to precede you as your name is spoken?
That I'm the funniest stand-up comedian in the city.
Boom. Okay.
Because that's what I'm on. I'm on comedy. Everything I'm eating, sleeping, drinking comedy. I'm building brands. Yep, she out here hustling. Because that's what they say about me now. Now that I'm doing comedy, I went to Steve's Hot Dogs. They have an open mic here at a hot dog shop. Shout out to Steve. And
Shout out. What kind of hot dogs do we?
all different kind of toppings,
Yeah.
interesting stuff. That
There's Louis. We're going to get back in just a second. Is there a St. Louis hot dog? Like, what's on that?
I don't know. There's all different kind. I usually get their loaded fries because their crinkle fries are really really hot. But I'm usually just there for comedy. But when they brought me up last week, the man was like, "This next person coming to the stage, she's a hustler. That's right. You can't
That's
spell
right.
you can't spell STL without the hustle, and I'm in the middle. I'm right in it.
Shout
Yeah.
out to St. Louis. Yeah. Wow. This has been amazing. Is there anything else you want to say about your name?
Um, I'm thankful for my name, even though I've had a lot of growing into to get to loving my name and not cringing or being offended when people say it as much. I'm thankful that my father named me what he did, and I'm glad my mom agreed.
That is really big of her because she ain't have no say in that at all.
None,
Wow. And she don't play. So she
no.
really was like, okay.
She's like, okay.
Mhm.
I asked her before, why would you let him name me this?
What she say?
Because that's your daddy.
So did she also help name Justin?
No, we don't have the same mom.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. So you're her only child.
I'm my mother's only child.
Kennimarie. That's very big of her. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Tell me about your experiences naming someone else.
My best friend's sister over 20 years, I named my nephew. His name is Josiah.
Jersey,
Um,
can you spell that?
Jersiah. I
Okay.
wanted his name to be Josiah. She is a person that all of her kids, their names start with Jer.
Oh,
So, yeah. Shouts out to the clan. Jeray, rest in peace, little Jerry, Jeremiah, and Josiah.
that's
Yeah,
so cute though. I
yeah.
was thinking, I knew Jeremy was coming there, but no.
No, Jeremy.
Mm.
Thankfully, she's done. I have. TT is all tapped out.
Did you help her name each one of them?
No, just Josiah. I named some twins when I was in high school. This guy that rode my bus, he was having twins. So
Yeah.
their names are Kaylin and Jalen.
How do
Um,
you were like, this would be cute.
he asked me, and I was like, name them Kaylin and Jalen.
Where did that come from? Okay. All right.
He told me he needed names. I gave him names.
So
I
it's a
didn't
boy
ever think he was
girl.
gonna. I didn't think he was gonna name them that though. Like, yeah, but he actually did.
So is it boy girl?
Yes.
Okay. That's real cute. I don't know where you came up with that, but you did your big one. That was great. Any other names?
Trying to see who else is kid. Oh, I named this girl I went to high school with. She had a baby and she was online trying to figure out what to name it. And I told her to name the baby Princeton.
Mm.
Named, and she was like, "What?" It was a comedian. There is a comedian. His name's Princeton Dew, from St. Louis. And I like, me and Princeton are cool. I think it's a dope name. Like, you don't really hear Princeton
Not as a name, yeah,
as
but
a
it
name.
does. It has a certain elegance to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so she named him Princeton, and I sent him like a little Princeton onesie when she had him, because I mean, you can do that because
You could. Your name is on the
your
shirt.
name is
Yeah.
on the shirt. Yeah.
Do you have any personalized or growing up? Did you have anything with your name on it?
Anytime that they could customize, I always did. And anytime I get anything customized, I get my complete name.
Mm-hmm.
So the
Kenny
name,
Marie or
yeah,
Kennimarie?
Kennimarie. The whole
Okay.
first name is going on there. So the little name tags they used to make in the mall, Kennimarie. I
Well,
never did get a nameplate belt because it's too long.
that's too much. Yeah.
Yeah, but I wanted it, and then when they came out with the digital one, I was like, well, maybe I can get the digital one, and my mom like went off on me, so I didn't get that. But anytime I can get something personalized with my full name, then I do. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it wasn't a lot. Like, you weren't gonna spend a thing in the store and find my name ever.
No.
That wasn't gonna happen. So it would always have to be, hand done, handmade. Some small company. We used to wear Beads here. I don't know.
No.
They're like cloisonne bead bracelets, and you could get like letters and your name put on there. And so my mom had me one made with like all gold filled balls, and then Kennimarie all the way on the whole bracelet, like stuff like that. I always get my full name.
Yeah. Um. If I can ask, are you married?
Divorced 2 times. I gave them back, both of them.
Did you take either of their names?
Gave that back too.
Why?
Let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split.
Did you ever? Did you have serious consideration about not having your maiden name anymore and just adopting their last name?
No, I didn't really care. When I was married the first time, my last name was Williams. So then just more letters. Uh, and then when I was married, the second time, my last name was King. So that wasn't that bad.
Kennimarie King. A little ring to it. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Got rid of that.
Yeah.
Back to Bell. I'd rather just be who it is that I know I am without having those names attached to me any longer.
And you really, not that you don't need it, but your last name isn't necessary to recognize you because your first name is so distinctively unique.
Yep. So, like, if I just got rid of the last name altogether, they still would know it was me.
Yeah, the internet did for sure. Yeah.
That freaked you out so
It,
bad.
okay. Anything else to say about naming someone else? Or is there anything that you wanted to say on the podcast that you haven't gotten a chance to say yet?
Make sure when you name someone that you know what you're naming them and why you're naming them that, because words manifest things into our lives.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be like my only advice on naming people or having names is, do a little research.
Yeah.
Sometimes, your creativity might not necessarily be the best thing to keep speaking over your child's life.
Um, would you like some time to share with the audience anything about you, where to find you, what you're doing coming up?
Sure, my name is KB Jokes on all social media platforms. That's TikTok, Instagram. On Facebook, it's just KB. I am the host of the Prelude Open Mic every Wednesday night at KJ's on Broadway, 5300 North Broadway in St. Louis, Missouri. It's an all-talent open mic. I got one of the earliest open mics in the city from 6:30 to 7:30. If you are traveling with your art, you can always inbox the Prelude STL on Instagram and get on the list to make sure I have a spot for you. If you want to know where I'm performing, follow the Instagram at KB Jokes. There's flyers, there's information. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I appreciate being on the show. I've had a great time.
Me too. Thank you so much. And we're done.
Okay, cool.
Woo!